Frank Rich wrote a great article. I actually already tweeted it out. It's not a big deal. Twitter.com/TheYoungTurks. You should follow us. But anyway, Frank Rich wrote a great article about this. He said, look, the New York Times wrote a huge story about this Park 51 project in December of 2009. And not a peep was heard. Everybody was fine with it. To the point where Laura Ingraham had one of the founders, Imam Rauf's wife, Daisy Khan, on her program. And we're like, oh, what a great idea. And these guys are all moderate. And it was all good. And then the New York Post, owned by News Corp, by Murdoch, the same people that own Fox News, decided, we're going to start a war on this. And they said, oh, the Muslims with their mosque. Oh, right on ground zero. How dare they? And then Fox News was like, oh. And they heard the clarion call on the Wall Street Journal editorial page, and they all piled on. Until people like Laura Ingraham, Glenn Beck, who'd been on a program with Imam Rauf and called him a good Muslim in 2006, they all turned around, they're radical, terrible, right? Here, we'll show it to you. Here's Laura Ingraham with Daisy Khan before the controversy began on Fox News. Let's watch. Clip number 11.
Now from New York, the Imam's wife, Daisy Khan, the executive director of the American Society for Muslim Advancement. Questions, I can't find many people who really have a problem with it. Bloomberg is for it. You got rabbis in New York saying they don't have a problem with it. Why near Ground Zero? Why'd you choose that space?
Well, I think the closeness of the center to Ground Zero, first and foremost, is a blow to the extremists. And, you know, we Muslims are really fed up, Laura, of having to be defined by the actions of the extremists. You know, we are law-abiding citizens, we are faithful people, we're very good Americans, and we need to project a different message of Islam, one of tolerance, love, and the kinds of commonalities we have with other faith communities. And this center will be dedicated to promoting what it means to be Muslim, but what it also means to be American. And that is the real message that needs to get out.
When you see surveys, and I know your group takes a moderate approach to, you know, Americanizing people, assimilating people, which I applaud. I think that's fantastic.
And what we have to do is talk about what is the central core of all faiths, which is the love of God. And this is the message, and this is why we want to create a center so close to Ground Zero to promote a different message, one that most majority of Muslims live. I mean, the extremists are a fraction of a fraction of a fraction, and they don't represent the majority view. And what we are afraid of is that they become the center and the majority, and we have to stop that.
I like what you're trying to do, and Ms. Khan, we appreciate it, and come on my radio show sometime. We appreciate it very
we need
much.
the support of people like you, seriously.
Yeah. So, before Fox News decided to gin up the controversy, Laura Ingraham, on the O'Reilly Factor, really liked what Daisy Khan was doing. She really appreciated it. She wished she'd come on the radio show more often. She called her moderate. She said, I applaud what you're doing, and that it's, quote, fantastic. Later, radical, crazy, terrible, an offense to everybody. It stabs Americans in the heart. Gee, I wonder how that happened. That happened because they created a controversy out of thin air, because they want to rile people up and drive them towards fear and hatred. And they use it for political purposes, and they don't give a damn what the reality is, and they don't even give a damn what they said earlier on their own station.